All right, so I did it. I made it to the final four. This was kind of the most ambitious goal I had, and I'm fucking thrilled that I did. So this is really wonderful, and I have a lot of things to consider. From an emotional standpoint, I found out today that the game ends on Thursday. I'm not ready for this game to end. It has been taxing, and I have lost, sleep, and I haven't been as present in the mornings and the afternoons as I might like to be on the days when I've had stuff, you know, the night before. But I've been so in love with just being in Survivor. I'm so happy that I'm here, and I don't feel ready for it to end. So honestly, that's the biggest feeling I have right now. Not that I made it this far. Not that final tribal is like coming up, and I got to think about how to prepare for it. And not that I have to, By the way, I haven't made it yet, and there's still some elements of strategy here. Just have a lot to think about and process with regards to just ending my Survivor journey. So my hope is that I end in a win. That would be amazing, of course. Now I actually have the ability to think about that. I hadn't considered winning up until now. So real quick, let's just go through that. If I win immunity, well, great. Obviously, that's wonderful. And I'm pretty sure Jose is gone. That's it. End of story. Taste wins immunity. I'm presumably still just fine. Maybe not if Jose and Merc do decide to block up. I'm in trouble. They could. That's actually probably the worst case scenario for me if Merc does decide to cut me. I don't think Merc does though. So Merc wins immunity. Again, does Merc go after me? Probably not. He probably puts his votes on taste. Jose probably puts his votes on taste. And now I'm in a weird position where I guess I vote alongside taste and I vote for Jose, and now the two of them are making fire. That could be, that's not bad for me. I'm still there. If Jose wins, that feels like probably the worst case scenario for me. I now have a really unfortunate thing of voting between Merc and Taste, which I don't want to do. And I told Taste that I might very well, in that moment, feel the need to go the other way. He knows that. I talked about it with him. He wasn't thrilled to hear it, but he gets it. He understands that Merc has been a really reliable partner for me. So if Jose wins, and he puts his vote on Taste, and Merc puts his vote on Taste, I guess it doesn't matter. If Taste and I vote together and we vote on Merc, well, then they just go to fire. Is there a way that I don't make it? Like, I guess I could see a place where if Taste, I think Taste winning immunity is probably the biggest problem for me. My gut is telling me that Jose is thinking about voting Taste regardless, so if Taste wins immunity, I'm probably in trouble. That's the most trouble that I could possibly be in. Obviously, if I win it, I'm fine. If Merc wins it, I think I'm fine. I think we all just vote out Jose. Merc has made it kind of clear that he thinks his best path forward is against me and Taste, and he might be right about that. So to be perfectly honest, I think the biggest trouble for me is if Taste wins. If he does, he does. And, regardless, I'm not getting voted out of this game. If I get thrown out of this game, it's going to be because I lose the duel. And that's pretty cool. So I'm happy with the fact that I am not getting voted out of this game. That's pretty neat, and I'm happy about that. I haven't gotten a single vote written down for me yet. Is the same true? The same is true for Jose, I think, and maybe Taste. I don't know. It's an impressive fucking run when you think about it, though. How much control we had over this. I'm really pleased. So, I don't think it was the most dynamic path to four, the most interesting. It feels relatively straightforward. I've felt safe this whole time, and I don't think that when you have a player feeling safe the whole time, it makes for the best TV. But I played the cards I was dealt, and I wanted to win. I wanted to get as far as I could, so I'm not going to apologize for not playing flashy when I didn't need to. If this were last season, that wouldn't have worked, clearly, and I would have had to do quite a bit more heavy lifting to make it to this point, and maybe I wouldn't have. But hey, I played the game that I was in, and I'm not going to apologize for it. So that's all about me. Let's say farewell to Drake. And Drake is a player that I feel I really do need to say farewell to because, Drake, if you're watching this, you were probably the player that I had the most strain, like a personal sort of anxiety around this game. Because I think you and I played this game incredibly differently, way, way differently. You and I think, have maybe one of the biggest gaps as far as what we were trying to go for and get out of it. Um, and I do think that there was nothing wrong with how you played your game. And what you got into this for, I don't quite know. I'm not sure why you wanted to play, but you didn't really know why I wanted to play. Um, there were times I was most frustrated with Drake at the auction when Drake, outbid Hashel in a place where Hashel was this close to losing coins and losing the potential to max bid, which meant that he was able to secure an advantage. Which, by the way, I stole from him, but we couldn't know that at that point in time. I was thrilled to see that Hashel had bid away some coins, and then you stepped in and essentially saved him from doing that by bidding on something. But half of the auction items are fun, and most of the players were bidding on them. And you had, Drake, every right to bid on whatever you wanted. It just happened to get in the way of my plans, and so I was upset. I stand by my opinion of being upset. Not opinion, I stand by my emotions of being upset with you at that point in time because it did get in my way. But you had every right to do that, and that was totally fine. And I think Taste did sum it up perfectly. You played a really honest game. As far as I can tell, you never lied to anyone. I don't think you had that in you. You were open. You were honest. Push came to shove, I could count on you. You were present for every challenge. You mostly voted in my and towards my interests. Sometimes things were a little out of the box, but again, I don't know what you were hoping to get out of this. I hope whatever it was that you got it, Drake, because I really at this point have nothing bad to say about you. I hope that this was fun for you, and I hope that if you play again, that perhaps you find a way to go a little bigger with it. And I only suggest that because that's when I'm having the most fun in Survivor. So if this wasn't the kind of experience you wanted it to be, and you do try to play again, maybe trust yourself a bit more. I will say that you were the first friendly face that I ran into on Cheesem back on day one. You liked my cat. You knew who I was. And that little tidbit was enough to give me something to try to build something with you. And we did. Like, the alliance that I had with you and Taste was responsible for me having one more number in a place where I knew where it would be. So Drake, I hope we're cool. I hope that if you see the confessionals, see the things that I've either written or said, and you see that I did at points have frustration with you, I do hope you know that it was all truly in the game. And now that the game is over, at least for you, there really isn't anything but I hope that we can stay in touch. I hope that you continue to do well in your career, and you continue to do well in your own personal life. And just nothing but good feels from here. And I know you're a fan of my cat, so I'm gonna have Butterscotch say goodbye too. Can you say goodbye, Drake? Can you say goodbye? Say bye, bye, Drake. It's been fun playing with you. Ah, there he is. Say bye, bye, bye. He's not into it, but cat's going cat. So yeah, super stoked to be in the final four. Drake, Dosvedanya, and I hope everything goes well for you moving forward. And if I get your jury vote, that would be wonderful. But I think as long as Taste is around, I probably don't stand a chance, and that's also cool. So yeah, stay well all, and I will catch you for the challenge and the subsequent tribal, where I have a 1 in 4 chance of going home. The first tribal that I will be legitimately nervous at. Legitimately. All the other tribals where I was nervous. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh, just bonked my cat in the head. All the other tribals, I was just anxious and neurotic. But tomorrow, I got good reason to be scared. I'm definitely a threat to win this game, and I think they all know it. So we'll see what happens, and I'm super excited for it. Hopefully the challenge is to my strengths. That would be nice. So far, none of them have been, really. Not that I'm asking for that. Obviously, the chips will fall where they fall, but boy, I would love something that works for me. Let's play some poker, y'all. Let's play some poker.